Wow, this guy is huge. Hello and welcome back to the channel, and on today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Marvel's Rhino from the retro series of the Spider-Man. But yeah, this guy is absolutely huge. I mean, when I first saw him in hand, I did think, wow. I mean, because from other reviews and images, it just looks like a normal card back. But I will show you, I do have a normal card back to hand. And yeah, this is how big he is. It's absolutely, I mean, look at that. He's massive. Absolutely huge. But yeah, taking a look at the massive packaging then, we have the Spider-Man logo, which I do love. Love that logo. And then of course we've got a nice image of Rhino there, as well as the figure itself. Man, I can't wait to get into this one. And then there we go. And then there is a little bio about Rhino there if you want to pause to read that. And then we have the other figures in this line, which I do have a few of these, to be fair. I did have this guy, but I did get rid of him because he was a little bit naff. I wasn't keen on that one, so I got rid of him. I have Hammerhead, love that figure. I also have Shocker, love that figure as well. And I also have Hobgoblin. But yeah, that's the packaging taking a look at. So let's crack this guy open and take a closer look at the figure. And here he is out the packaging. And now taking a closer look at the accessories he comes with. He does come with two pairs of hands. One including the fisted pair he's got on. And then the other ones, we do get these ones here. So one is more like a grabbing hand. Very nicely detailed on these two shades of grey tones. Goes from like a lighter grey, and then we've also got this like darker tone in the middle there. Very nicely detailed. The fingernails are painted as well. Very nice detail on them as well. Very cool. And then this one is more like a trigger finger hand there. Again, that beautiful detailing with that darker shade there, and the fingernails again nicely painted pairs of hands there. Very cool. And then he also comes with another head sculpt there, which is more of an mean, serious face to him there. Again, this head sculpt is very nicely detailed and painted. We've got that darker tone going from the top there, and then coming down to the lighter grey. Very, very nicely done is that face sculpt. Do love that a lot. And then of course we've got the horns, and then we've got the eyes for the Rhino itself. Very cool. And now putting it next to the one he's got on. As you can see, the one that he's got on is more of an angrier face there. But fantastic head sculpt. Now, the head is the same as the neck. So if you want to swap them out, the neck is a part of the head, so you don't get that head range movement as you would with other figures, which is a little bit of a shame, but I do understand why they have done it. But it doesn't stop it from being an absolutely awesome looking figure. And now here is the figure itself. Now the figure is absolutely big and beefy. He has got a little bit of weight to him as well, because he is just a hunk of plastic. But again, taking a look at that head sculpt there, very nice. Do love that head sculpt a lot. I do prefer this one than the other one. But again, very nicely detailed. And then going through all the way down through the body. Again, we've got that lovely two-tone shade going through there. It does miss on the shins here, that two-tone, for some reason. Looks, I mean, if you do look at it and realise that it does look a little bit odd without that little darker shade on them shins. But, you know, it doesn't put me off. It's not a big issue. And then coming around to the back does miss a lot of that darker shade there. Do get a little bit of it on the back there. And then all the way down it does miss it for some reason, which is a little bit of a shame, but who's posing the figure, you know, backwards anyway? Not me. But yeah, awesome figure. You can see the cracks going all the way through. The detailing, you know, is just very nice indeed. And now getting to the articulation of this figure. Again, the head is connected to the neck, so you don't get that head range of looking round and stuff, but you still can move quite a bit left and right. And then he looks up, that's that far, looks down that far, and then coming around to the arms. The arms are no butterfly joints because of how beefy this figure is. And then arms go up that far, which is not a, you know, it's not ideal really, but you know, for it being such a big figure, it's fine, I guess. It's cost, you know, that bit there. Oh, just knocking the camera. That piece there does hang over the arm joint, so you can't get it up. But I guess if you did want more motion, you could, you know, cut that bit off to get more motion. But I'm not too fussed about it, to be honest. And then we do get that biceps swivel there. Single joints in the elbows, as well as they are pinned. And mine are a little bit gammy. As you can see there, they are a little bit gammy with them being pinned. But that's just standard really. And then we do get a swivel in the wrist as well as a pivot there. And then the ab crunch, we do, oh, listen to that. Oh, I do like that. As you know, I'm a big fan of clicking joints. Oh, that is nice. Right, so we have got an ab crunch. So you can not too much of an ab crunch, I'd say. He only goes down that far. And then as you put him back up, we do get a nice satisfying click right there, like that. And then he doesn't go back, so he only goes forward that far, no back. But we do have a cut in the waist there, so you can get him to turn like so. And then the legs go up that far. They don't go back because obviously the mold there on how that's molded. And then we do get an upper thigh cut there, which is very nice. And then we do have, what's that, a single joint in the knees there, as well as those are pinned as well. And we do get no shin cut, but we do get foot movement, so his foot goes down that far and up that far, as well as a pivot there. So yeah, articulation on this guy is I'd say it's pretty good to say how big he is. I mean, I didn't expect, you know, for him to have Spider-Man articulation. So for what it is, it's pretty damn good. Now this guy is absolutely huge. So before we end the video, let's compare him to some other figures so you can really see how big this figure is. So here he is stood next to the Marvel Legends Scarlet Spider. Here he is stood next to the Marvel Legends Hammerhead. Here he is stood next to the Marvel Legends Venom from the retro carded line. And here he is stood next to the Marvel Legends Man-Thing. And there we go. That was my unboxing and review of the Marvel Legends retro carded Rhino. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions as always down in the comments below. And as usual, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.